While I was doing my girlfriend Maya's underwear, I spotted a tear, a hole singed by a cigarette butt. But I quit smoking over a year back. There was this tiny hole on the lace edge of the panties, barely noticeable unless you really looked. With my 5 years of puffing experience, I could instantly tell that this yellowish burn was definitely from a cigarette butt. My heart skipped a beat. I'd been smoke-free for ages, and Maya doesn't light up either. Can someone shed some light on this? I stood in the bathroom, holding the panties, letting my mind spiral. The more I thought about it, the worse it looked. It kept sinking in that Maya was cheating on me. Just then, Maya pinged me on WeChat. "Babe, gotta work late again tonight. You should hit the sack first." Maya's gig was something I set up through my contacts. She worked as an assistant at a private firm, a job picked for its chill vibe. Lately, though, she's been pulling extra hours a lot, coming home around 10 almost every night. At first, I shrugged it off, thinking she was just swamped. But now, something felt off, totally off. Holding back my frustration, I shot back, "What time are you wrapping up? I can swing by to pick you up." She replied, "Oh, no need. You know how crazy it is year-end." I had no clue what was up, so I ditched and got ready, driving straight to Maya's office. Her lights were on, and faint voices floated out when I stood at the door. Could they really be grinding late? I didn't barge in. Instead, I grabbed my phone and called Maya. "I'm not cool with you heading home solo. I'll wait downstairs at your office." She answered, "Didn't I say it wasn't necessary?" "No sweat. I'm already downstairs." Maya's voice sounded different, panicked. "What? You actually came? Why?" "Just want to see what's up." I kept it vague. After hanging up, I hid in the stairwell. Minutes later, Maya emerged with a guy in a suit. They hugged tight by the elevator and shared a reluctant kiss. As they kissed, the guy's hands wandered all over Maya. Suspecting is one thing, but witnessing it firsthand was another. My anger clouded my judgment, and I felt blood boil. I wanted to storm in and take these two out. Then the guy laughed. "Your boyfriend really cares about you." "Huh? Don't mention him. He's a leech. So annoying." Maya's words felt like a cold splash, holding me back from acting. The guy kept up his dirty talk. "Why don't you let him wait downstairs while we continue?" "What are you thinking? He could roll up any time." "Last time he called, we tried once, didn't we?" "What are you scared of?" "Oh, you're terrible. I hate you. Damn it, so I'm already part of your game." The urge to kill them both surged. Then I recognized the guy. It was Sam, the company's deputy manager. He seemed respectable, but seeing him act shady with Maya made him a total creep. Plus, the way he talked, enjoying fooling me, treating me like a fool, made me lose the desire to confront them face to face. If I broke the news, it'd probably just lead to a fight, and I'd dump Maya. That'd be too easy for them. Before Maya entered the elevator, I snapped a photo of them holding hands. I took the stairs down. Maya was already by the car. I acted clueless, pretending I thought she'd take longer. So I hit the first floor to use the restroom. Maybe because I ruined her fun. Maya rolled her eyes and complained. "It ended early. Hurry up and open the door. I'm freezing." On the drive back, she acted super tired, closed her eyes to rest. Perfect. I didn't want to talk much either, fearing that if I did, I couldn't stop questioning why she treated me like this. That night, while she was asleep, I snooped through her phone. The more I looked, the angrier I got. Maya had been hooking up with Sam for months. She joined the company in June, got close to Sam in August, and recently, they crossed the line, using overtime as an excuse to openly affair in the office. Meanwhile, I was home cooking and doing her laundry, worrying she was too tired, fearing for her safety on our way back, and dreaming about our future together. She described me to Sam on WeChat like, "I'm pretty, so shouldn't he comply with me? He's easy to manipulate, never suspects me, and is willing to spend money on me. Whether we get married or not is uncertain, and my parents always want me to find someone richer." She also said, "What's so great about your old hag at home? She's old and boring. Why don't you divorce her? If you divorce, I'll break up with him." I couldn't believe these words came from the person lying next to me, but the thousands of chat messages, each one felt like a whip cracking. Maya was right. Until today, I never doubted her, never questioned her schedule, never checked her phone, so she felt safe not deleting chat history. I looked at the person sleeping next to me and suddenly felt she was so dirty, dirty enough to make me sick. The next morning, Maya's phone rang while she was putting on makeup. She answered naturally, "Hello? Manager Lee. What's up?" "Yes, yeah, okay, I'll try to get there early today to go over things with you." I asked, "Is there something at work?" "Yeah, the boss is pushing me to hurry. No way around it. It's year end. Lots to do. I'll probably have to work overtime today." I glanced at her glossy lips and tight skirt, feigning concern. "Why don't you find another job? I can't stand seeing you so tired." "No," Maya snapped. Realizing she overreacted, she smiled awkwardly. "I mean, it's no biggie. I'm still young. It's normal to hustle. Besides, you already used your connections to get me this job. I should think about that too, right?" When she was leaving, she tried to kiss me. Just thinking about how she used that same mouth to passionately kiss that jerk last night made my stomach churn. So I quickly acted like I was searching for something to avoid her. Maya and Sam had it all figured out. When she called him around me, she called him Manager Lee. When I wasn't around, she called him baby, husband, and even daddy on WeChat. You can imagine how messed up they were in private. Sam purposely chose that morning to call. Maybe flirting and being shameless in front of me really got them hyped. Damn it. Since they love playing games, I decided to play along till the end. I dug into Sam's background. Turns out he not only has a wife, but also 2 kids. His wife quit her job after the kids were born to take care of the family. His parents are retired university teachers living nearby to help with the kids. I spent some cash hiring someone to tail him for a bit and uncover another secret about Sam. This jerk was still tangled with his ex-girlfriend. Every time they met, they hit up a hotel. Wow, just wow, he's keeping the home fires burning while flaunting infidelity outside. 2 outsiders. Sam might seem like a successful dude with a perfect family and career, but in reality, he's just a flashy fraud, full of crap. The more dirt I had on Sam, the better for me. I gathered all sorts of evidence and even found his family's contact details, his ex-girlfriend's, and her husband's. In the age of big data, no one has privacy. One day, Maya lied again, saying she had to work overtime. I coldly replied, "Okay, don't forget to eat. I'll worry if you get too hungry." She replied, "You too, hubby. Eat well." That evening, I parked outside her company and used a new number I'd set up to text Sam's wife. "Does your husband often say he has to work overtime? You better stay sharp and don't be foolish. Some folks enjoy going back to old flames a bit too much." She called me almost instantly. I hung up. She had to resort to texting. "Who are you? What do you mean? He's a long-term ex-girlfriend, right?" I left it at that, no matter how much she asked. Didn't reply. For a woman who puts all her energy into her family, a little doubt about her husband is enough. I waited patiently in my car. Sure enough, soon Sam came downstairs. He looked tense, rushing to the parking lot while frantically explaining something on the phone. I laughed. Seeing that bastard scrambling away was pure comedy. Maya followed with a frustrated look as soon as I saw her exit. I hit the gas and left. Sam's wife might be a housewife, but she's no pushover. Her parents run a local business, and she has 2 older brothers who do nothing but game all day. She was spoiled growing up and known for her fiery temper. Sam was already tangled with his ex, and with my tip-off. If his wife started digging, it wouldn't end well for him. So he kept a low profile for a while, starting to come home on time every day and stopping the late-night WeChat flirting with Maya. This pissed Maya off, like all mistresses aiming for the top spot. Maya looked down on the legitimate wife. She messaged Sam on WeChat. "What's so great about being controlled by that tigress? She's old and fierce. Am I not better than her?" Ha, how naive. Married men like Sam, especially those content with their lives, want a stable family with a wife and kids while having fun on the side. Home is home, and play is play. They keep them super separate. But despite saying this, I needed to help her a bit to keep the game going. To rile Maya, I started treating her differently all this time. When we argued, I stopped backing down and often made her so mad her face turned red. "Jorge, you're yelling at me. How dare you yell at me? Yelling is the least I should do. I should be slapping you instead. Was all the kindness you showed me before fake? Men are truly scum. Once they get what they want, they stop cherishing it. I don't cherish you. Think about whether you deserve to be cherished before you insult me. I let her throw tantrums, not even bothering to comfort her. I shrugged. Think whatever you want. This only fired Maya up more, and she began sending Sam frantic messages while I was asleep. She even threatened him, saying if he dared ignore her again, she'd confront his wife directly. This scared Sam. Plus, Sam, being tightly controlled by his wife, was feeling stifled. So, they hatched a plan. A business trip. As soon as Maya walked in, she headed straight for the bedroom to pack her stuff, unable to hide her excitement. Babe, our company arranged a last-minute HR training. I gotta go on a business trip tomorrow. Oh, for how many days? Just 2 days. I acted surprised. Maya, didn't you forget tomorrow's Saturday? We promised to have dinner with your parents. Maya was busy picking out clothes, not even glancing up. One meal can be rescheduled any time, but this training opportunity won't come again. I sneered, finally getting the chance I needed. She and that creep went all out to meet secretly. Sam, worried his wife might call the office, actually set up a real business trip for himself but would leave on Friday and be back on Saturday. As for Maya, she lied about the trip, planning to spend the whole weekend with Sam at a hotel. I found the hotel reservation in her texts. Since Sam was under his wife's watch, Maya had to handle the booking herself. She even bought some super sexy lingerie, sneaking it into her suitcase. She never wore that lingerie for me. The next day, Maya didn't let me take her to the train station, and I didn't push. She said she'd miss me, but her heart was already with her lover. After she left, I didn't stay idle. I grabbed a few gifts and headed to Maya's parents' place. Their home was less than 2 hours from the city. Her folks didn't have steady jobs, and she had a younger brother who just gamed all day. Uncle, Auntie, Maya doesn't know I'm here today. Actually, I'm planning to propose to her. Her parents exchanged a glance, smiling but not too warmly. Jorge, you've been dating Maya for over a year. It's time to talk marriage. But marrying is serious. We need both families to sit down and discuss everything. Don't worry, Maya's a good girl, and my family will show enough sincerity to marry her. Her dad's eyes lingered on the gifts I brought. As parents, we don't ask for much. Just hope our daughter can find a family that understands and values her well. That's all nice to say, but what does understanding and valuing mean? It's about how much dowry the groom's family can give. Maya's parents have asked many times how much your family can provide. I had done my homework. In their area, a typical dowry ranged from $66,000 to $88,000. Not excessive. But if that were the case, her parents wouldn't be dragging their feet with me. I smiled. Uncle, you're right. Rest assured, my family's dowry will be more generous than others, ensuring Maya won't lose face. Her dad cleared his throat at my vague response. Her mom caught on. Jorge, my daughter has a bachelor's degree and is beautiful. You probably don't know, but even though I say Maya has a boyfriend, matchmakers are lining up to propose to her. Last month, our neighbor's daughter got married with far fewer conditions than Maya, yet the groom's family gave a dowry of $200,000. I calmly replied, Auntie, my family will give a dowry of $500,000. How? How much? $500,000. $500,000? Her mom was so shocked she almost jumped up. Her dad, who was sipping water, choked and coughed repeatedly. Jorge, are you serious? Your parents agree to this too? I suppressed the mockery in my eyes. Yes, I discussed it with my folks and they agree. I showed the couple the fake chat records I'd created. Her mom instantly beamed. Look at me. Jorge has been here so long, I forgot to make him some tea. I stopped her. Auntie, I'm not done yet. The house I'm living in now was bought for me by my parents, fully paid. I'll add Maya's name to the deed. If Maya marries me, I want to give her a sense of security. Upon hearing this, they were so happy they didn't know what to say. What are you standing there for? Go wash some fruit for Jorge. I heard the sound of video games from the bedroom. I knew it was Maya's good-for-nothing brother, Leo. Uncle, Auntie, I think it's not good for Leo to stay home all the time. Her dad shook his head. This rascal. We found him several jobs, but he didn't like any of them. The easy ones pay too little, and the well-paid ones are too tiring. He stays home every day, driving us crazy. A friend of mine has a company and needs a driver to pick up and drop off clients. The pay is nearly $10,000 a month. Should I ask for Leo? It's an easy job, good pay, and flexible hours. What do you think? Her parents were so excited they wouldn't let go of my hand. Really? Jorge, if you can do this, you'll solve a big problem for our family. Her mom raised her voice triumphantly. I've always told her dad that Jorge is the one. We can trust Maya with him. He's reliable and a good guy. Ha! You weren't saying that when you called Maya to come back for a blind date. No worries, life is a play and it's all about acting. Then Maya's parents insisted I stay for dinner, but I politely declined. My schedule's tight today, got important stuff to handle. I reached the hotel Maya had booked at 10 p.m. that night. The person I arranged was already waiting early in the morning. After Maya checked in that afternoon, he sent me the room number. I then forwarded this number to another contact. Bro, this is all I can do for you. Half an hour later, a man with glasses and a burly guy entered the hotel. I hid by the stairwell and watched. The man with glasses pretended to be hotel staff delivering something and knocked on room 84002. When the door opened, the burly man kicked it in. Maya's terrified screams echoed immediately. It was late, so many people were still awake and came out to see the fuss. I blended with the crowd, secretly recording. Sam and Maya were there. The burly man was already towering, easily overpowering Sam. The man with glasses suddenly pulled out a baseball bat. You scumbag, dare to cheat on me. I'm gonna beat you to death. The bat hit Sam's stomach hard, and the burly guy kicked him in the groin. Sam screamed and fell, clutching himself. Ouch, that sounded painful, pure satisfaction. Watching it, the onlookers outside were eager for the drama, and no one dared to step in. Plus, in such a scene, most people would assume it was a cheating showdown and be eager to watch. Sam was getting beaten, nose bleeding badly, while Maya cowered in a corner trying to wrap herself in a towel. She watched Sam getting pummeled to the ground, curling up like a shrimp, and threatened in a shaky voice, "Who are you? If you keep hitting, I'll call the police." The man with glasses laughed. "Call the police then. I'll just say this guy hired a prostitute at the hotel." When Maya heard herself being called a prostitute, she was so pissed her eyes turned red. "Screw you. You're the prostitute. Your whole family is prostitutes. What else could you be? This man has a wife and kids." "Are you his wife? Are you?" "If you are, then call the police." The man with glasses had Maya speechless. Sam, lying on the ground, panicked at the mention of calling the police and hurriedly intervened. "No, don't call the police." The crowd got more hyped, murmuring in unison, too scared to call the police. So he really was cheating. Maya was both embarrassed and furious, but with no clothes on, she could only huddle in the corner, desperately pulling the bedsheets and blankets over herself. The man with glasses wasn't just anyone. He was the husband of Sam's ex-girlfriend, a man sharing the same fate as me. Yesterday, I sent him photos of Sam and his ex-girlfriend at the hotel. Then I told him if he wanted to vent his anger, I could help. As long as he didn't go too far, Sam wouldn't dare call the police. So, there we were. Sam definitely didn't want this to blow up, or his lie about the business trip would be exposed. Along with his affairs with 2 women, it would ruin him and wreak havoc on his family. The man with glasses, fed up, grabbed Sam's chin and made him promise never to contact his ex again before letting him go. Seeing Sam kneel and beg for mercy was immensely satisfying. On Sunday morning, Maya returned home with her suitcase, looking exhausted. A noticeable red mark on her neck stood out. "You're back so soon? Why didn't you tell me? I could have picked you up." I acted clueless. "I'm done here." Maya lied without missing a beat. An allergic reaction. I went for a massage with colleagues, and it turned out like this. I'm really annoyed. I wouldn't have gone if I knew. Massage? She really came up with that. I noticed last night Sam left a hickey on Maya's neck. I was curious how Maya would lie about it when she came back. Didn't expect her to cover it up with a massage session. Maya chatted with me for a bit and then excused herself to take a shower. Taking her phone and hiding in the bathroom, she was actually checking on her lover's injuries. I held back and didn't expose her lie. Their carefully planned secret meeting had gone south. Sam was scared after the beating and had retreated into his shell. He didn't dare say a word to Maya at the office, fearing someone might notice, still unaware who exposed his affair with his ex. Sam even convinced Maya to delete their chat history. But luckily, I had already backed it up. Maya was pissed again by Sam's withdrawal. No mistress would be satisfied when the man she thought she had captured returned to his family. While chatting with Maya, I deliberately brought up Sam and his wife, Debbie. I think I saw your deputy manager on the street today, hugging his wife, being so gentle and considerate. He's such a good husband. I kept praising Sam's wife, saying how beautiful and classy she was, and how Sam was so attentive to her. A perfect husband. Maya's lips twitched with anger, but she couldn't show it in front of me. She kept pestering Sam on WeChat. How long do you want me to wait? I don't want to sneak around anymore. A few days after the dramatic showdown, Maya's company's annual party was approaching. The party was set at a 5-star hotel, and she had a solo singing performance. I volunteered to help her with the background video for her performance. The day before the party, I called Maya's parents. Uncle, Auntie, I plan to propose to Maya tomorrow. Can you come as witnesses? Of course, no problem. We want to surprise her. By the way, Jorge, about Leo's job. I was so busy I forgot to tell you. My friend agreed because of my request. After all, Leo is my future brother-in-law, just like my own brother. Oh, Jorge, you're the best. We need to take Leo out to thank you properly someday. Maya's parents thanked me profusely, and I said, we're all family. It's the least I can do. Throughout the convo, I emphasized that Maya and I are getting married. So helping Leo was only natural. If Maya and I didn't marry, her brother had nothing to do with me. Maya's parents were so thrilled they couldn't wait for us to tie the knot. I even heard her parents started looking for houses with her brother. Go ahead. Be happy. The more I played along, the bigger the disappointment when the truth surfaced. All this was because of their precious daughter. The next day, Maya woke up early to spend 2 hours on makeup and hair, then headed out in her fancy dress. I didn't need to ask to know what she was thinking. At the company's annual party, the senior execs would bring their spouses, and Maya was set to compete with Sam's wife. I dropped Maya off at the hotel and then snuck in myself. The hotel lobby was spacious enough. I hid in the most secluded corner, pretending to be on the phone. The staff assumed I was part of the company and didn't question me. When the party kicked off, the boss and VPs took turns giving speeches. When it was Sam's turn, I sent a text to his wife. Manager Lee is such an awesome man and deserves a better woman. If the love is gone, it's gone. Do you think a forced relationship will be sweet? When he held me and said you're a shrewish and boring old woman, I really felt sorry for you. Today I have a performance. Watch carefully and see if you're more suited to be with him or if I am. Sam's wife was happily holding her phone, recording the event, but as soon as she got my message, her face dropped. Sorry, but I wasn't making things up. Those were Sam's exact words to Maya on WeChat. And indeed, that's exactly how Maya felt right now. After Sam got off the stage, he seemed to notice his wife's off mood. He asked a few questions, but she kept a cold face and stayed silent. Staring intently at every young woman who took the stage, suddenly my phone rang. It was Maya's parents. Yes, Uncle, you can come straight in. I'm right at the entrance of the lobby. Along with Maya's parents was Leo. Carlos, knowing I found him a cushy, high-paying job, greeted me with an unusually bright smile, calling me brother-in-law repeatedly, something he'd never done before. This kid never really respected me. Otherwise, he would have greeted me last time I visited their house. I gave him a fake smile. Maya's performance is about to start. After it's over, I'll go on stage and propose. Her company staff will cooperate. Finally, it was time for Maya's performance. When she took the stage, the atmosphere instantly became romantic and gentle. Complementing her flawless makeup and the off-shoulder dress that showcased her collarbones, she looked dreamy and elegant. There was a collective gasp of amazement, followed by cheers and continuous applause. Maya glanced at Sam, sitting at the front table with eyes full of provocation, as if to say, "See, I'm young and beautiful." Can that old woman next to you compare? I crossed my arms, barely containing my excitement. The moment had finally arrived. The big screen started playing the video. After a brief intro, the beautiful music began. Maya picked up the mic and slowly started singing, getting lost in her performance. But she didn't notice the faces in the audience changing drastically. Yes, I had swapped the MV. I kept the music, but replaced the visuals with the video of her and Sam in the hotel room. The video showed a man being beaten, unable to stand, and a disheveled woman screaming in panic. This first-hand scene of catching adulterers, displayed on the hotel's LED screen, was incredibly shocking. Maya's parents stood next to me, dumbfounded. Leo was the first to speak. "Mom, isn't that my sister? She actually went to a hotel with another man." "Don't talk nonsense." His mom quickly interrupted, nervously looking at me. "Jorge, that person can't be Maya. I know my own daughter. I wouldn't mistake her." "It's definitely not her." Leo, stubborn as always, continued, "How can it not be?" His father's stern look cut him off. I acted shocked and in disbelief, of course. "Jorge," her father said with a trembling voice, "there must be some misunderstanding here." As for Sam, he was still sitting there, mouth half open, eyes wide as he stared at the screen, almost falling out of his chair. Maya, seeing Sam's reaction from the stage, probably thought he was mesmerized by her. Her expression grew even more smug. The boss and all the senior execs in the front row looked stunned, some in the back row letting out lewd jeers. Maya, singing, noticed something was wrong. The audience wasn't watching her, but something behind her. She slowly turned around. At that moment, the camera zoomed in on her disheveled appearance. Maya froze, the microphone slipping from her hand and hitting the floor with a sharp thud. I said with a pained expression, "Uncle, can you still say that's not Maya?" Her parents were speechless, wishing they could disappear. Everyone's eyes were now on Maya and Sam, and of course Sam's wife, Sam, like a dog begging for mercy, was almost kneeling in front of her. "Honey, it's not what it looks like. Let me explain." His wife remained relatively calm, her tone not yet showing much anger. "This is what you promised me, that you'd never stray." The woman wouldn't stay calm seeing a video of her husband cheating in a hotel. This was just the calm before the storm. "Honey, let's go home first, and I'll explain everything. One ex-girlfriend wasn't enough. Now you've hooked up with this company's slut. No wonder you keep saying you have to work overtime." "Honey, I really haven't wronged you." Sam's denial even at the last moment finally enraged his wife. She slammed the table and pointed at Sam. "Damn you. Try lying to me again. I'll deal with that slut first, then I'll deal with you." Finally, his wife's fury exploded. "Just what I wanted. If it weren't for Maya's parents standing next to me, I would have cheered." Sam's wife, being closest to the stage, quickly rushed up. Maya, terrified, backed away but was grabbed by her hair. What wife wouldn't want to kill the mistress when she sees one? Especially since, in Sam's wife's eyes, this video might have been orchestrated by Maya herself, deliberately shown during the performance to provoke her. She punched Maya's face. Yes? Punched. Most women slap when they fight. But this woman was fierce. Her punch was swift and powerful. "Ditch, do you feel proud being a mistress? Seducing men while singing, thinking I wouldn't notice. Dare to seduce my husband. I'll kill you." Believe it or not, Maya screamed in pain, trying to shield herself with her arms. But she was helpless. People rushed to the stage to intervene. Others shouted, some recorded, and many just watched, creating chaos. It took a lot to separate the two women, and Maya was already beaten to a pulp. No matter how embarrassing it was, her mother had to go over to protect her daughter. Maybe because she was beaten so badly and was both ashamed and angry, Maya completely lost her mind. Her eyes red as she hysterically shouted at the legitimate wife. "Fine, let's clear things up today. He doesn't love you anymore, got it? He doesn't love you. You two will divorce sooner or later. You think you're something just because you gave him kids. What do you have?" Sam said, "You're just a..." Slap. Maya was sent sprawling to the ground. Everyone was stunned. Sam had slapped Maya hard. He pointed at Maya and cursed, "You filthy whore. You've been harassing me since you started working here and tricked me into going to the hotel. I'm telling you, my wife is the love of my life. Who do you think you are to compare with her?" Sam's eyes were full of venom, as if he wanted to kill. I warned him, "If you continue to destroy my family, I'd rather lose my job than let you or your family live in peace." Maya was dumbfounded. She looked at her lover in disbelief, her mouth opening and closing several times but unable to utter a word. Just before going on stage, they were still exchanging flirtatious glances. But Maya never expected that when confronted with his wife, she was nothing in Sam's eyes. Sam's final words were a blatant threat. He turned to beg his wife, "Honey, can we go home now? I beg you, please." After setting up this whole scene, could I let him go? After watching the drama for so long, it was finally my turn. I composed myself, then ran to the stage holding the bouquet I had prepared. "Fuck you." I punched Sam with all my might. I had been holding back this punch for a long time. He was completely unprepared, staggering and then falling to the ground. He spat out a mouthful of blood, along with a tooth. I had picked Maya up from her company many times. So many people there knew me. My punch seemed just to fly. I looked at Maya with heartbreak. "I was planning to propose to you today, but I didn't expect that you had been deceiving me for so long. What do you see in this married man? Tell me, tell me." I yelled in a mix of genuine anger and pretense. Maya, feeling guilty and scared, started crying. Her hair was messy, her makeup was smudged, and her face was swollen. She looked truly hideous. I threw the bouquet at her, saying, "Maya, we're breaking up," and walked away. After walking out, I finally let out a long breath. All the patience I had exercised over these days had finally paid off, and I felt a sense of relief and satisfaction. Whatever Sam and Maya had to face next, it was their own fault. Oh, there was one last thing I needed to do. I compiled all the evidence I had collected. Proof of Sam's hotel stays with his ex-girlfriend, proof of his hotel stays with Maya, thousands of flirtatious WeChat messages between them over the past few months, and even the full video of catching them in the act. One copy for Sam's wife, one for his parents, and one for everyone in the company via emails copied from Maya's tablet. A mix of family victim support and juicy gossip for everyone. Whether Sam's wife would divorce him or not was none of my business. But I wanted that scumbag to be utterly ruined. I never thought that after years of watching gossip online, I'd one day be making a PowerPoint because I got cheated on. After finishing all this, I had a great night's sleep. Early the next morning, Maya was forcibly brought to my place by her parents, but I didn't let them in. Her parents even tried to plead on her behalf. "Jorge, you and Maya have been together for so long. You two have feelings for each other. Don't act impulsively." I maintained a cold expression throughout. "Auntie, since you're here, let's clear things up. I thought we could become a family, support each other, and I'd gain another pair of parents and a brother. But now, anyway, it's impossible between Maya and me. Jorge, calm down and think it over, okay? Maya has learned her lesson. If you still feel angry, you can vent it on her. She will take any punishment as long as you can let it go." Maya shouted indignantly. "Dad." I looked at Maya's face, even more swollen than yesterday. Her eyes were red and puffy from crying, without a trace of sympathy. "Uncle, you don't need to waste your efforts. You're a man too. If you were in my place, could you endure this? I've already packed Maya's things. You can take them all back. This place is not a garbage dump. I don't accept any trash." My words were harsh. Maya's body trembled, and she glared at me in anger. I didn't even bother to look at her. "What? Did I say anything wrong?" I threw the packed suitcase out the door, then closed it without another word. Seeing that the situation was beyond repair, Maya's dad started cursing her right outside my door. "Useless thing. Look at the mess you've made. Your mother and I worried ourselves sick over your marriage. And what did you do? You lost your job and made us lose face along with you. And your brother's job and house, all ruined by you. You shameless thing. $50,000 as a bride price. Jorge was even willing to put your name on the house deed. Where are you gonna find someone like that again? Tell me, what are we gonna do now?" "How?" Maya screamed. "What does buying a house for your son have to do with me? You kept pushing me to find a rich man just to drain me and support him. Now you're pretending to be loving parents. You dare talk to your father like that?" The sounds of hitting, crying, and shouting didn't stop. "Husband, stop it, stop it. What if someone sees us? Let's discuss this at home. Get lost. I don't have a daughter like you." I watched the scene unfold on the surveillance camera outside and couldn't help but laugh. When I had initially painted a rosy picture for Maya's parents, this was exactly what I wanted to happen. The bigger the promises, the more they would resent their daughter. Sam's situation wasn't any better. He had to deal with his wife while trying to shamelessly stay in the company, but he couldn't bear the constant gossip and judgment from his colleagues. So he packed up and left on his own. His wife immediately filed for divorce, demanding he leave with nothing but the clothes on his back. The 2 kids stayed with her, and Sam had to pay a hefty amount in child support every month. After failing to persuade her otherwise, Sam initially refused to leave with nothing, preferring to fight in court for the assets. But his parents beat him half to death for his stubbornness. Sam's parents, who were university professors before retiring, were upright people. They didn't defend their son after he did such a despicable thing. They readily agreed to their daughter-in-law's demands, only hoping to see their grandchildren often in the future. At this point, Maya's ridiculous actions began. Maya's parents originally thought they could use the $50,000 bride price from my family, along with their savings, to make a down payment on a house for their son. Leo would handle the mortgage payments with his salary, so they hurriedly went to look at houses and even paid a deposit. Who would have thought that after I broke up with Maya, all their plans fell apart? But if they didn't buy the house, the $100,000 deposit would be lost. They had to borrow money everywhere to scrape together the down payment. In their family, Maya was determined to climb up the social ladder, and her parents were set on getting a house for their son. They lost all shame and came up with the terrible idea of having Maya fake a pregnancy. Sam was avoiding Maya, so she went to his parents' house with a fake pregnancy test report. Sam's mother fainted from anger, and his father called an ambulance and then reported it to the police. In front of the police, Maya didn't dare to lie and honestly admitted that she wasn't pregnant. Sam was already furious about having to leave the house for his wife. When he found out, he immediately took some people to Maya's house and smashed it to pieces. Maya's parents were also furious and called the police again. Both sides biting at each other created such an entertaining drama that it made me laugh for a long time. One night, out of nowhere, Maya called to curse me. "Jorge, what are you so proud of? How dare you talk to me like that? Yeah, I cheated on you. And Sam and I didn't just hook up at the hotel that one time. You simp didn't even know." I calmly replied, "Isn't it just overtime? I help you and Manager Lee share your overtime records with everyone in the work email group, so all your colleagues can see how dedicated you both are." Maya was stunned into silence. After a long pause, she gritted her teeth and said, "Jorge, it was you." Before she could finish, I hung up and blocked her. Maya, who had always been arrogant and thought she had me, the simp, wrapped around her finger, would probably cough up blood when she found out the truth. When someone is despicable, justice will catch up with them eventually. If the heavens don't deliver it, I will.